Hello. Welcome to my channel.
I hope you guys have a nice day.
Today I bring you a new topic to discuss. Meghan's motherhood career. Yes, she said so herself. So today we will analyze and discuss it in this video. Let's begin! I did not look specifically at each of the Sussex couple's activities in Nigeria. They do not bring any value at all. But by chance, I accidentally watched the video of Meghan speaking at the Women in Leadership event, and she said, "I love being a mum." And that's what makes me keep rewinding to listen. Surely, anyone who says this, I respect them very much because it is a noble, sacred motherly love. However, Meghan's story is a different matter. First, frankly, Meghan is extremely skilled at using hundreds of words to say next to nothing. Originally, Harry and Meghan's trip to Nigeria received a lot of controversy, and so did Meghan's appearance at Women in Leadership. Many people question what field Meghan is successful in to stand up and share like that. I agree that she may be more famous than many people, but doesn't that all come from the royal family? From her family-in-laws and her husband? And now the main issue is the issue of motherhood. Sure. It's not my place to judge anyone's parenting methods, but I can give my opinion from what Meghan said. It's very, how should I say it? I can see Meghan's answers don't add any value. Answering the question of how she juggled being a mother with her career, she replied, "I love being a mum," and added that his priorities have constantly changed over the years. Aren't those things that anyone can say and think? One of the things that rubs people up the wrong way about these two is how they talk about their marriage and children, as if they are the first people to experience it and they need to instill their wisdom on the subject to everyone else. It's irritating because so many others make a success of this without anywhere near the privileges these two have. I remember reading Meghan describing her life, and she said how hard it was as she had to get up and prepare the breakfast for her husband and kids, and then had to do Archie's packed lunch and how manic it all was, but it had to be done. People do this every day. At least she can put her feet up afterward. She hasn't got much else to do. What would she know about being a mum? It's not so difficult if you have staff to look after them 24/7 and can dump the kids at home every time you go to an event or fly abroad. Harry once said they don't have any nannies. So with their constant travels, Doria alone will take care of those children. It's so absurd. She is again front and center with a microphone in her hand, telling the world what they should be doing. Being a mum is being there not on constant holidays and employing lots of people to look after the kids when the parents don't work. Well, I would say they do almost nothing. So how does Meghan balance children and career? What career? Insulting to those who juggle working, having children, and looking after elderly parents. I have to grit my teeth every time she takes the stage to explain to an audience how we can all be like her. This woman doesn't really know what being a mother or a parent is all about. Being a parent doesn't mean you can fly around the world while promoting yourself and speaking about things that you have no knowledge or real interest in while the two children, grandchildren of His Majesty, King Charles III, are at home watching a Netflix documentary about a man and a woman who are constantly promoting themselves around the world while demanding privacy and privacy money. She wants to keep Archie and Lily out of public view for the children's safety, but continually exploits them in many different ways. When she arrived in Nigeria, she continued to do the same. But it's so offensive and bad when Meghan tells women who have large families, who never leave their children, who struggle in townships with no running water, walk for miles to the nearest medical centers, and Meghan tells them she's their role model. It's not as if she's constantly taking care of the kids. True parenting isn't just about delegating childcare to staff so you can focus on photo shoots for your private tours. Genuine parents take pride in their children, constantly sharing stories and photos, bringing them along to visit loved ones and go on vacations. While she may enjoy motherhood, she rarely seems to spend time with her kids. Those who genuinely cherish parenthood actively engage with their children, instead of relying on nannies and jet-setting around the globe for weeks at a time. With the whole circus surrounding Meghan's 43%, you immediately forget that it was supposed to be about the Invictus Games. Why mention the kids at all? Nobody sees them anyway, so it is quite inappropriate to think people would be interested. She also has no career, and the jam-making will soon be over, as is everything else she attempts. This couple is in Nigeria to highlight the Invictus Games. Really? However, all I see is only Meghan completely pushes herself into the foreground, and both of them act as if they were fighting for the crown. Nigeria is a poor country. Many families have to survive on $1.50 a day, and this visit costs millions and has no benefit for the country and the Invictus Games. Meghan said, I am just flattered and honored and inspired. It has been a whirlwind 24 hours since we arrived, and I very quickly got the memo that I need to wear more color, so I can fit in with all of you in your incredible fashion. You're 43% Nigerian woman. Surely you know that Nigeria is a colorful country. I love the Nigerian ladies' style. I remember them being on campus at my uni for their children's graduation ceremonies, and it was just an explosion of bright colors. We also had several families living in our community, and we would see them in the supermarket always looking so beautiful. If Meghan wants to genuinely embrace her roots, she could start by ditching her bland wardrobe. However, color is not everything. She should pay attention to the appropriateness of the style. The royal family always do their homework about the people they are going to meet and the places they are visiting. She'd have known how unsuitable that first dress was had she done that. The blatant lack of self-awareness is someone operating in a way that's quite disturbing. Meghan again makes up her backstory to fit the situation. There's no way Meghan is 43% Nigeria, so why is she saying this? Meghan pulls facts out of the air to embellish her narrative and generate the desired level of attention. Once an actress, always an actress, albeit a bad one. Is she making this trip about herself? Can she stop talking about herself for a minute and get to know and talk about the other party more? I can see Meghan only really ever says one thing, albeit wrapped up in a fog of pretentious word salad. She says, "Look at me. I'm the center of the universe, so pay attention, world." What a complete and utter farce. To initiate a meeting with Nigeria to host the Invictus Games. No, this is all about the Harry and Meghan fake royal tour. The Games need new leadership, and our UK Parliament needs to intervene in what is throwing Queen Elizabeth's decision back in the face of the citizens of the UK, not just Harry's own family. Thank God she got her own way and went back to America. I feel sorry for the people of Nigeria as Meghan is using them. She is desperate to be a queen of some country, and we all have sussed her, but these poor people have not and are being suckered in. She will put them all out when they have outlived their usefulness. We know she is not the person she pretends she is: kind, compassionate, and sensitive. She dumps her family, friends, and even her dogs to climb the greasy pole of success, or what she deems to be a success. So balancing family and career. Don't make me laugh more. The only thing this narcissist balances is money and ego. Everything else is superfluous. She is American and wouldn't use the word mum. And that was Mother's Day in the US today, but she is in Nigeria acting like a Nigerian princess instead of at home with her children. So to summarize the entire visit of Harry and Meghan, what do we have? Other than playing race cards and taking advantage of kids to get attention, they don't add any value. This was all about Meghan and trying to sell herself. Being late for anyone is just plain rude. She was not prepared properly. She didn't wear color because she wouldn't have gotten the attention she craved. So when are they going to visit the real Nigeria? The poverty, the women and children who have suffered rape, abuse, the real hospital with HIV patients, especially the children who contracted it through rape. Is Harry, whilst he is so close, going to visit Baka, take his wife who can assure the raped, beaten, and abused workers she sees herself in all of them, while in her inappropriate clothing? Nah, didn't think so. If they told her, she wouldn't take any notice. She could see how everyone else was covered up but continued with inappropriate clothing that might offend. She thought she was being a role model, and Harry didn't even try anymore to get her to stop embarrassing him. The royal family needs to stop this to make the Sussex couple completely disappear from the stage. Maybe when there are no more lights, Meghan can truly become a mother. That also brings us to the end of this video. Hopefully, the information I bring is useful to you. I would be happy if you would join the discussion in the comment box. And don't forget to like and share the video. Your support is our motivation. Let's subscribe to receive notifications about the newest videos. We will be back soon. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.